had an arranged marriage a few months back, and all was good until one day I walked into the house after work and saw my husband practicing black magic. He had a doll in his hand and all creepy objects that I have only seen in movies. At first, I thought I may have misunderstood because we all think that this cannot be happening. But when he was away, the next day I searched the house and found rice and sindoor in plastic bag too, in a corner of one of the wardrobes. I'm scared. I don't know how to deal with this.
I'm happily married to my wife, but I did something and I think that creeped out of my wife. I have an interest in the occult sciences and I love to read about them. I have a lot of books and all the material on them, including certain things on black magic. One day, my wife was not around. I tried to experience what truly happens if I do what black magic is infamous for. I had no one in my mind, and not that I was concentrating, but my wife saw me. She has not said a word about it, but I know I saw some movement outside the door, and now she has been avoiding sleeping next to me. I don't want her to think that I'm a firm believer, but just that I have a curious mind. How do I handle this situation? Should I just confront her or should I let it go?
Occult has always been a keen area of interest to the humans. We all want to know what is beyond the horizon of life and death. Though the modern science doesn't approve of occult, but there are a lot of similarities, and the psychology behind occult cannot be simply disapproved even by the modern science. The things like hypnosis to bipolar, there are a lot of things between these pseudosciences and modern science subjects that cannot be ignored. Today, we are approached by a wife who says that I saw my husband practicing black magic and I'm scared. She says that it has been an arranged marriage a few months back, but one day I saw my husband practicing black magic. He had a doll in his hand, all the creepy object that I have seen only in movies. At first I thought I may have misunderstood because we all think that this cannot be happening. But next day I searched the house and found some rice and sindoor in plastic bag in a corner of one of the wardrobes. I am scared. I don't know how to deal with this. On this, the husband says that I am happily married to my wife, but I did something and I think that creeped out my wife. I have an interest in the occult science and I love to read about them. I have a lot of books and all the material on them, including certain things on black magic. One day, when my wife was not around, I tried to experience what truly happens if I do what black magic is infamous for. I had no one in mind, and not that I was concentrating, but I think my wife saw me. She has not said a word about it, but I know I saw some movement outside the door, and now she has been avoiding sleeping next to me. I don't want her to think that I'm a firm believer, but just that I have a curious mind. How do I handle the situation? Should I just confront her or should I let it go? So see, first for her, the first step of curiosity is the reading. So most of us, a lot of us has this curiosity to read about the occult and the black magic and things that are paranormal. But most of us restrict ourselves to the first step only, the reading. The next step, of course, is the small practical exercises. I think this is what you caught your husband at. See, Tantra is not just about black magic. There are a lot of things in it. For example, different worship of aggressive gods like goddess Kali or even Rudra, uh, which is an eminent part of it. I will strongly recommend you to talk to your husband about it. Talk to him and know what was the motive behind, so that you both are clear of it. And feel free to speak your opinion, of course, a little respectfully. Now, to him, see, occult is an infinite ocean of curiosity, and the deeper you go, the harder it is to come back. Even as per the occult expert, you are not supposed to, practice these occult, experiments at your home, because you need a lot of, very, alone place for it, and even without doing it without an expert, it is very very dangerous. So I will recommend you to keep your curiosity to the first step, that is for the reading only. And even for the books, I will say that you cannot simply do an open heart surgery by just reading a couple of books. So don't try to do that, and talk to your wife about it. Tell him the clear, I mean, like everything about the whole incident. And see, the more you will hide, the more she will overthink. I wish you both a lot of happiness and success in your life.
If your wife saw you performing some black magic and she's imagining that black magic is meant to be performed on her, and she started to get distant from you, sleeping in a way that is creating a gap between you two, it's not a small matter, it's a very serious matter. Don't try to ignore it. Accept it, communicate with her, explain to her what you were doing, why you were doing. After all, you're married. In marriage, you don't hide things. The base of marriage is transparency, is openness. And if you're married, you better learn to talk to each other about things. Otherwise, be prepared for the marriage to break. Don't delay. If you saw your husband performing black magic, it's not as black as you think it is. Talk to him, ask him what's he doing, why is he doing. After all, what is marriage? The two sides of the coin of marriage are trust and love. If there is no trust, there can be no love, and if there is no love, a marriage can't work. Therefore, if you saw your husband doing something like black magic, it's time to ask him, question him, confront him. Why is he doing? What is he doing? In any marriage, communication is very important. And if there is no communication, it is the beginning of the end. How can we live together if we cannot talk to each other, trust each other? Therefore, you must question him, confront him.